All right, welcome back. Session 3 of our spring retreat. Yes, you got your candle. I got mine. Mine's been burning the whole time for us. Yeah.
So glad you're here. We're
Mhm.
continuing the energy and the momentum of being in alignment with the season. And tonight, as we bring our circle to a close in about an hour, we really want to take opportunities to sink our roots, our wood element, wood energy roots deep into the earth at the same time that we expand and lift up with new perspectives, new possibilities, and with the very strong theme of
Yes,
transformation.
that's my favorite. So, kind of checking in and noticing, how do I experience transformations in my body?
Yeah, take a couple breaths
How do
into
I,
that.
and oftentimes I connect transformation to transition. So how do I experience transitions? Do I rush through them? Do I do I slowly, do I avoid them? Do I put them off? Do I procrastinate? How do you approach the transitions? Do you just kind of muscle through it and push through? Hurry up, quick, let's get it done so I can get to my destination. Are you on the journey the whole time, bringing your present moment awareness, your focus with your breath, with your whole being as you transition from one moment to another, as we are now, coming away from your day and coming back to this group?
Mhm.
How do you experience transitions in your body?
And specifically the embodiment of transitions, which is transformation.
Mm.
So that's a big conversation we're going to bring up today. And before we do that, we thought we would take. You okay, Jake?
I
He's
know.
clearing his throat. Part of the wood phase is all about opening up our expression, having our heart and mind align, and being able to speak easily and freely without biting down, grinning and bearing it, or stuffing it down. And one of the most beautiful ways that we explore expression is by going beyond good and bad, right and wrong. So there's a very sweet poem from Rumi, who's a Sufi poet, or he was anyway, many centuries ago. And I really love the power of this poem. And we wanted to share it as a way to kind of open up our energy, open up our circle for this closing session. And would you like to read it or?
Oh, I wasn't planning on it, but I could, sure.
Okay, I'd love to hear your voice, Nicole.
All right, that sounds good. So let's find a comfortable place to rest back into, connect with your breath, and start to notice and feel into your feet, into your joints. Circulate and let your attention sweep throughout your body, throughout all of your joints, noticing any tension and noticing the freedom that you are experiencing in your body right now. Allow the breath to grow wider and even dimensionally. Start to feel your breath circulate dimensionally, front, back, side to side. Maybe even let your corners of your mouth rise as you give yourself a smile. Smile to all of the cells in your body. Smile to the piece of you, the part of you that is making conscious choices and choosing to be here. Here I am. Gathering your focus, feeling your body as you rest back, and let the words just wash over you as we together collectively connect with the feeling of this poem. Out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I will meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. Big breath into that field where we meet, where we connect, where we gather. And here we are. Welcome back to our circle.
Here we are, here you are, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad you're all here. So you
Hmm.
might have noticed not only does spring and all the seasonal transitions herald lots of turmoil and upheaval around transformation, but you might have noticed transformation's been going on a lot lately. Uh,
Yeah, all around us.
well, the pandemic has transformed how we live, how we work, how
Mhm.
we relax, how we eat, how we consume entertainment, how we interact with people.
Mm.
Dramatically different. But even before a global pandemic, lots of structures that have been really solid sources of stability and reliability have been being dismantled in different kinds of ways. And I'm thinking kind of how people get facts and news. Even before the pandemic, more and more people were getting information via social media rather
Mhm.
than traditional forms of newscasts and that kind of thing. The bipartisanship and some of the extreme animosity in politics
Mm.
was happening before the pandemic, but continues to be
Growing and transforming.
yeah, there's a big transformation in people's awareness of and interaction with civil rights and
Mm.
minority rights and bodies of culture. And that's been transformed for a long time. But it seems like a lot of things, a lot of structures, you know,
Even our financial systems are changing.
oh yeah, I mean,
Mm.
of course, the stock market always is quite different now than it was even a few years ago. If you look back a decade or two, totally different kind of structure. Things like the cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, but even how we connect and relate. You know, remember, YouTube and Facebook, they're not decades old. We've only had the human evolution of about 10, 15 years with these different digital interfaces in our humanity. So, what we are really curious about as we become more technologically integrated, as we go more
Mm.
into digitizing and being not just human bodies, but almost digital bodies,
Oh.
how can we bring our nature? How can we bring our natural humanness, our humanity into the transformation that's happening? And I want to point
Mm.
out that I think right now, especially as we're seeing how we connect, like right now, virtually online. We did retreats. We've been doing retreats for 20 years, hosting them, but we haven't done virtual retreats.
Mm-mm.
And I think more and more things are going to happen holographically or virtually or in other forms. And as that happens, I think it's really incumbent on us to bring our humanity and to bring the learning and healing resources of nature into all the spaces, both the IRL and the URL lives. So it's a really powerful, I think, you know, a lot of us think of the future. And I think the next 20 years, even the next 2 to 5 years, are radically going to change how we communicate and how we connect with other humans, with work, with life, with play in general. Pandemic showed us we can be more digital and still be effective. So as we're doing this, keep in mind, how do you want that to happen? I think a lot of times when we think of the future, and pop culture has
Mm.
all kinds of examples of future as being a dystopian, right?
Mm.
We get more digitized, and the haves and have-nots separate more. There's more isolation or elitism, or that's what
More
all
climate change.
more climate change, you know, and it's very
Climate devastation, really.
important. It's important that we're aware of the challenges we face, but let's
And
favor, as we've been doing this whole time in this transition of light to dark, acknowledge the dark and favor the light.
mhm.
Take time, especially in this generative stage of spring energy,
Yes.
to be really clear about what seeds we want to plant. And do we want to be like the pioneer, the visionary archetype of the wood phase, and be a leader and let our dreams of the future help seed what we experience and what our neighborhoods and communities live into? Or do we just want to follow along? And I'm
Mhm.
imagining if you're here and you're in this community who cares about caring, why you really want to to nurture the best and brightest of what humanity and community and compassion bring.
Mm.
And so that brings us to, exploring transformation outside of us, in the here and now, in the recent past, but in the future, but also transformation inside of us.
Mm.
Yeah. So, consider, Nicole was saying, how do you experience transformation in your body?
Yes.
And I also like
Mm.
to ask myself, what do I want to transform?
Yeah. And what wants to be transformed in me? What wants to be transformed? So
So
yeah,
take
like
some
we both
deep
did the
breaths, and that's that's a
mm.
deep. I think that's deeper than the surface, below the surface. You know, what's transforming in me? What do I want to transform? And what in me wants to be transformed? So consider that. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe jot that down. The question, or something pops up, or if
Mm.
something comes in the chat you want to share. What in me wants to be transformed? And as we work with this energy of transformation, we want to remember that it's both creation and destruction at the same time.
No pausing,
Right.
all happening at once.
Yeah, quantum physicists are happy to tell us that time is an illusion, that linear time as we experience going through life and the life stages is totally illusory. Our minds aren't quite there to grasp that. But let's keep in mind, in order to create something new, we have to destroy the old plan.
Mm.
And notice how you feel
Ooh.
when you take on the word
Destroy.
destroy, destroy.
Destruction.
Things like dismembering, uncreating, discreating, dismembering. And I think for a lot of us, I think destruction almost has a negative association.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah, we feel like somehow we're going to lose something in the middle of that destruction.
Yeah, or maybe we imagine destruction as being angry or violent or scary. But keep in mind, it's required. It's an essential nutrient that in order to create, you must first eradicate the old plan, release the old habit, let go of the old choice. And so I want to acknowledge that in transformation, there's sometimes a little resistance to the destruction. And so we want to open up to transformation potential by befriending qualities of destruction. And to also acknowledge that even in creativity, sometimes there's impediments, right?
Yeah, there could be a lot of fear in the unknown. We were talking this afternoon about dreams, and they're living in the unknown. There's a big unknown component to our dreams before they become reality, before they become a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And it's those dream states, it's those that in between place of the unknown. How is that going to happen? It's unknown to me what steps to take next. It's unknown to me. I don't know what direction to look or who to ask for help, or can I do it all by myself? So living in the unknown is what we do, but oftentimes we get frightened by it.
Yeah.
We get scared by it, and we stop ourselves from creating, and we stop ourselves from destroying, and we kind of get comfortable.
Yeah. Or we just favor one or the other, or we stay in stasis and there is no motion.
Right.
So it's not about we should always be creating, because that's unhealthy. And it's not that we should always be destroying and dismantling, because that's not healthy either. But in the readiness, in the pliability of the wood spring, it has the capacity to be adaptable, to move with the wind, to both be stressed by the wind, but to get stronger by that stress.
Yes.
You might know that when they did the biosphere here in southern Arizona,
in Tucson.
Yeah, that they planted lots of plants. They did all these kinds of things to try to live in a self-enclosed place as a template, a beta test for life on Mars. And sure, there were ups and downs, but one thing that was interesting about the trees is they were indeed able to grow the trees. But when they removed the trees after several months or years of successful growth, and they transplanted them onto the regular Earth, where they just broke over, they snapped in half in the first windstorm, because they didn't have that stress.
They didn't have the strength from the stress
of the wind. So keep in mind, stress is not to be avoided. Stress is necessary for growth. And it is in that point of transition, a transformation, much like it takes the irritation of the sand to forge the pearl, it takes stress. Growth requires stress. And like when we stress our joints, we get stronger or we get more flexible or we get more balanced. The key difference, though, in stress is, are we being choiceful about it? Are we choosing the stress? Is it intentional stress or is it unintentional stress? Very different results. But we want to point out transformation in and of itself is the act of manifestation. And when we begin to get fluent in transformation, we can easily ride back and forth, even simultaneously, between creation and destruction, which is actually happening all the time in our bodies. For example, the inner lining of your stomach is going to be totally eradicated and dismembered in 5 days. All the cells that make up the inner lining of your stomach are going to be totally eliminated in 5 days. You'll have a whole new complex of cells that forge the inner lining of your stomach. And then your skin, the largest organ of our body, if you don't include muscles, which some physiologists are arguing muscles and fascia should be considered an organ too. But the skin, the largest organ in our body, why all the cells that make up our skin are recycled in just 4 weeks. 1 month, new skin, new cells. I don't know why that freckle's still there. And our liver, highly regenerative. This is one of the few organs, one of the only organs, that if you remove part of it, it can grow back if not too much has been eliminated. So it can also regenerate. And in approximately 6 weeks, all the cells that make up your liver will be totally changed, will totally be recycled. And so how can we follow these natural currents that the only constant is change without being fearful of the change or overly attached to the past and timid about destroying what's come before? So we're going to embody transformation.
Yes, and traditional Chinese medicine, transformation is embodied by spiraling movements. Spiraling nature is a transformation, transformative feeling experience of transition in our bodies. So we're going to spiral through our joints, spiral through our body this afternoon, this evening, as a way to embody the experience of the spring season.
Any questions before we stand up and start to move a bit? Okie dokie. So we'll take a moment to
back it up
our
and we'll make
camera.
some space. If you'd like to join us, you can do this standing or sitting, you choose.
Yeah, maybe today let your body choose. I wonder, would I like to be more active in a standing position? Or maybe I'm feeling like I'd like a little more relaxation. Let me get this a little down lower for us. Right.
Oh yeah, here I'll go to this side.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, the UPS guy just beeped his horn for Jake to come and get his treat. We have a wonderful UPS guy, a very friendly neighborhood that we live in, that delivers treats to our dog and gives him a honk every time he shows up.
And Jake likes to announce his excitement. I'm here, I'm
coming
ready.
for my cookie. So he's on his way, and we're on our way to go grab our own treats and feeling and experiencing our own body and movement.
And
so
continuing the theme of retreating, and that's a way of finding more treats, more resources.
Oh, I couldn't leave the pun alone.
No, I couldn't.
Yes,
so how can we continue to retreat ourselves in loving kindness?
Well, the liver and gallbladder energy rises up and out. It's an expansive energy, and it rises up and exits. It kind of comes out to our eyeballs. So looking and seeing and experiencing new perspectives, and we can embody that by just simply moving our eyes. So relaxing your shoulders down and back, releasing your jaw, taking a big deep breath in. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to, with your eyes open, look to the right without moving your head. And sweep the room with your gaze without landing or getting stuck anywhere, and look to the left. And let's continue to move like that, sweeping across the room back and forth without moving your neck, stretching into your eyes, opening up into new perspectives, new ways of seeing, opening up to our inner vision, our outer vision, seeing all around you. So continue to move and continue to breathe. Oftentimes I notice I hold my breath when I move my eyes and try to maintain a stillness in the rest of my body. So see if you can start to relax your cervicals, let
Relax your
your
jaw,
jaw
your
as you
neck.
move.
Yeah. Yeah, I notice the tendency. My neck wants to get involved. So it's quite the challenge to stretch your eyes left and right. And moving at that speed, like Nicole said, not so fast it's a blur, but also not so slow. You're fixing your gaze on any one object or thing in the room.
And then balance yourself out from side to side and come back to center when you're complete.
Might need to blink a little.
Yeah, blink, close your eyes for a moment, pause and breathe. Shake any unnecessary tension out of your body. And when you're ready, we're going to open our eyes again. And this time we're just going to look up and then again, sweep across the room as you look down. Try not to get stuck on anything as you stretch your eyes up, 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 reach up. And then stretch your eyes forward, out, and down towards the ground. Maybe you can even see your nose and cheeks move. Moving up and moving down.
And find your perfect rhythm. If you notice you're getting dizzy, just pause and come back. If you want to go a little quicker or slower than what we're recommending, do so. Find your perfect rhythm as you expand your vision.
Let's do this for one more inhale, one more exhale.
How soft can you be in your neck, face, shoulders, and jaw?
And then close your eyes. Take a break, pause, breathe. And we're going to open your eyes one more time. And this time we're going to look up. And then we're going to create circles around the room. Circle to the right. What is that? Clockwise, circle, circle, all the way around.
And imagine like you're looking at all 12 spots on the clock. 12 at the top, 6 at the bottom, 3 to the right, 9 to the left. And can you see all the numbers? And notice if some areas you kind of miss over, there's little blind spots or the muscles of your eyes don't reach as far. And if you have those little areas or gaps, you can even pause over those areas and swivel a little in front and behind, a little ahead and after those numbers.
Are you breathing?
Find equanimity in your vision.
Can you smile?
Have fun with spiraling and circling your eyeballs.
And then trace one more time all the way around. Make a nice, smooth, complete circle. And when that circle is complete, come back to center, close your eyes. Shake it out. Breathe. Yeah. And then one more time, we're going to open our eyes. This time we'll look up and let's circle counterclockwise, moving all the way around this time, the opposite direction, noticing if it's any easier, any more challenging. Oh, I think this side's a little more challenging for me.
Yeah, having difficulty speaking.
I can't speak and move my eyes at the same time.
So moving 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and finding any areas where your vision kind of skips and pause over those areas and move ahead and behind those imaginary clock face numbers. Curve out the angles, open up. It's important, of course, to stretch muscles around our big joints, but of course you want to stretch your muscles around your eyeballs. Exercise, stretch, and balance.
And then let's smooth it out. Make a nice, smooth, complete circle. One more round. And then when that's complete, close your eyes. Let's bring our hands together. Warm them up. Your eyes can remain closed. Heat up your hands. When you feel that nice warmth in your palms, let's rest them directly over your eyes, shutting out the light, pausing in the darkness, letting your eyes just rest into nothingness there. It's good. Two more breaths here. Maybe you can even open your eyes and find the darkest spot and dive right into that dark spot in your palms. One more deep dive into the dark, into the warmth, and then let that go. So nice.
Gently moving our palms away, opening to the light. Ooh.
Yeah, and I'm feeling my neck after that, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of pull, neck pull, alternating little neck massage. Give
Grab
yourself
the back of your neck with one or both hands and you just drag that back of the neck forward, alternate or simultaneous. You could even scoop around the tops of your shoulders.
Yeah, release your neck, release the shoulders. Maybe you prefer to go cross body. You choose what feels best.
Yeah.
Giving yourself some loving attention.
You could even move the areas you're massaging. Remember, anger, unexpressed anger often gets solidified behind the heart, in the shoulders, the back of the neck, and the jaw.
Yeah.
So keeping these areas open helps to vent out irritation, frustration, resentment.
That feels good.
Just general stress, right?
So let's do some more, a little bit more opening into our neck. So we got it nice and warm. So this time we're just gonna kind of tuck your chin and then reach it forward, up and back. Tuck your chin, reach it forward, out, up and back a few times. Like a turtle coming out, stretching out into the sun, looking for the sun. Where's the moon? Where's the sun? I want to find the warmth. I want to find the light. Reach and stretch through your neck. You can inhale as you stretch out and up. And then exhale as you tuck your chin and bring it down. Then you can start to let this rolling neck extend down through your spine. So making this just a little bigger. Drop your chin towards your navel and then reach out in front. Reach back. Drop your chin down towards your belly button. Getting more and more of your spine involved, creating this full body wave-like sensation.
If you need more support, you can keep your hands on your hips.
Or on your thighs and knees. Feels better for you. And then notice how deep you want to go. How deep dive, deep body roll that you want to take this. And reaching back at the same time. Let's find 3 or 4 more of these. Snaking through your spine, waking up your spine, your central nervous system, the highway of information, the highway of chi, of energy, life force circulating through you. Let that circulation of life force be smooth and free and effortless, creating open pathways for energy to run through you clearly. Last one. And coming back to center. So we went out. Now we go back.
Now we went down and in. Now we're gonna out.
Out,
up, out, and in. And so we'll start with our neck, up, out, and draw it in. So just isolating your cervical vertebrae, creating space in your body, in between all those intervertebral discs, up, out, down, and in. And as you're ready, with your own perfect timing, following the rhythm of your own organic biology, maybe you begin to move more of your ribs, your thoracic spine, a little more rounding in your shoulders. Maybe you want to bend and hinge around your lumbar, your lower back. Maybe Nicole's already demonstrating you're getting more hip hinging, pushing your bum back behind you, and bending at your knees too. There's my opportunity to lose my words.
Yes. Opening up your spine, nice and slowly undulating movements to help free your energy.
Yeah, so
Free your body.
yeah, the motion of transformation, remember, is spiraling, wave-like undulation. So see how many areas in your body, in your joints, can you move and move in a way that is fluid, that's spiraling, not sharp, straight line angles, but look for curved arch movement. Like everything in your body, instead of hinging at right angles, is taking rounded edges, soften the corners.
And then next time we go down, let's stay down. And let your head get real heavy so that all your hair, if you got it, falls forward.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
I'm just cueing in. So let's first enjoy the forward fold here. Nice forward fold, opening up to the back of the legs, bladder channels, opening up into lower back, let your shoulders, head go. And then you're going to interlace your fingers behind your head so that your thumbs are hanging out. And you're going to use your thumbs to massage and squeeze up and down the back of your neck. So another opportunity to give yourself some please yourself, to pleasure yourself in the moment.
And these points are great if you have tension headaches or neck pain. These are a bunch of gallbladder meridian acupoints that we're stimulating just at the base of our skull, all the way down toward our shoulders. Work all these spots, really helpful. And you could even pivot your feet so that your toes are in and your heels are out, and that'll help open your gallbladder channel that runs right along your IT band and your peroneals on your outer leg.
One more beautiful big breath here.
Let your neck, jaw, face, shoulders be soft.
You can take your hands in the back of your head and just stretch your head towards your belly gently. Pull and stretch the spine. Let that go. And then slowly ragdoll your way all the way back up to standing. Ooh, get my hair back. Lots of it. Now notice how you feel.
That feels good.
Should we move more in the spine? I'm all, Let's do some more lateral movements in the spine, just to kind of continue to wake up and nurture this highway of information, this highway of chi in our body. So you're going to come down, bring your hands onto your thighs.
Your feet are wider than your shoulders.
I'm going to go back a little bit so I don't step on Jake. And we're going to begin to kind of undulate the spine from side to side. Yeah. You're going to bend from one knee to the other as you kind of like you're a large seaweed, or what do you call it? Like seaweed in the ocean.
Some seagrass.
There we go. Yeah.
And make sure, be mindful that your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes when you bend, and also that your knees stay behind your toes. That requires you to push your seat back a little and get that sideways motion. We just did a lot of front back movement with our spine. Feel the spiraling, the curves. Just like when a root or a branch or a sprout encounters an obstacle, can find a way around. Find the easiest, simple, most natural direction of least resistance. And notice how your motion, your movement helps liberate that resistance or guarding or stiffness that might be old or stuck in your joints.
And particularly along the muscles on either side of the spine, where we often store a lot of tension. You can keep your hands on your thighs, or you can start to let your hands just float out in front of you. You can stay low.
Remember to keep your seat back.
You can bring it higher if that feels safer on your back.
Be sure to engage your belly so you don't overdo in your lower back.
And feel that kind of gentle rotations through your waistline, through your belly, letting your center of presence help guide the motion. creating figure eights all around your body.
In your arms, in your shoulders, in your hips, in your feet, in your hands.
One more breath. And slowly bring it all the way up to standing. Sweet. It's a little bit of heat working up, moving that energy, awakening your energy from the winter. Bring your hands to the center of your heart. We're going to prepare for some swimming dragons from here. Some of our favorite. This is the dragon, is known to be the animal, the kind of, what do you call it? Animal?
It's one of, you could think of it as the mascot of wood,
Yeah, right?
but among other animals, dragon is thought to embody wood energy and the energy of transformation,
Yes.
longevity, and healing.
So here we go. So hands to the center of your heart, palms together. You're going to press your palms to the left and look, turn your head right. And then you're going to come back through center, press the palms to the right and look left.
And I'm going to add one more suggestion as we continue to push the palms opposite direction that we're facing and looking, is to add a gentle smile. Because as we continue this flow, we're going to begin working into the swimming, smiling dragon.
So circulating the hands side to side, looking away, helps create some balance and coordination in the brain. Inviting more of your central nervous system to be present here with you in the moment.
It also de-escalates the stress response and enhances your vagal tone, which allows your relaxation response to be upgraded.
Let's add a little knee bend. So the same direction your hands go is the same direction you bend into your knee. Gently, slightly, it can be as deep or as little as you like. And then we'll come back to center. Inhale, exhale, look right, hands reach left. And go back and forth, find your pace.
Try to keep your seat behind your feet, your knees and seat behind your feet. I was just going to suggest let your legs be more narrow, or do this from a seated chair if it's too challenging to do legs wide. Take deep breaths, and even here, find the roundness. Try not to make any straight lines with your movement, but feel all your motions arcing and stretching, expanding. Not as sharp, straight lines, but as rounded, spiraling figures.
Nice. And then after this next one, we'll come back to center and we'll pause, and we're going to start to swim our dragon right in front of your face, creating these big figure eights, alternating all the hands up and down, swimming in the space around you, swimming in this sea of transformation as you breathe in, as you breathe out.
So remember your breath. If you're focusing on kind of destruction, on letting go, on purging, you can inhale through your nose, exhale out of open mouth. If, on the other hand, you're focusing more on tonification, strengthening, building, creating, inhale and exhale through your nose. And however you're breathing, keep smiling.
And then we're going to take this a little deeper. We're going to take our dragon, we're going to dive as low as it feels comfortable for you. Low into the legs, low into the low back. Diving and moving slowly, or if you want a quicker pace, explore the perfect pace for your body to enjoy the swimming, smiling dragon.
Keep your smiling going. Find your Goldilocks intensity, not too much, not too little. Find that just right.
Bring this hands up through your center, through your belly and through your heart.
Keep making those figure eights, the shape of transformation, of healing.
In front of your face. And then let that dragon, this freed up energy, swim all the way up towards the sky, pointing your palms up towards the sky. Deep breath in, hold your breath. Press the palms together. And then exhale, bring the hands down to center. Should we swim one more time? All right. So bringing our hands to our knuckles of your thumbs to your forehead, right into your third eye. A breath here. Hands back to your heart. A breath. Hands to your belly. You can rest palm over palm. We just freed up some chi. We'll gather it. Does that sound good? So we'll gather that chi that we freed up, and we can do that with some more spiraling motion. So your right hand's going to reach back and behind you and kind of gather energy, breath, light towards your belly. And then the opposite hand's going to do the same thing. Reach out behind you, rotating from the waist, spinning, spiraling in your waist as the hands spiral and gather nature all around you. Bring it into your belly.
In Chinese medicine, they discuss the three main centers, the dantian. The lower dantian here is thought to be the center of vitality, the sea of qi, the midpoint between heaven and earth, center of presence, center of beingness.
And then we can carry these spirals. Actually, let's pause first. Let's energize. Palm over palm, not touching, floating over the belly. Pause and breathe into your belly. Buddha belly, big breath, relaxed belly. And then we take those spirals now towards the heart space.
The middle dantian, the supreme center of feeling, where the most exalted experience of human love can be embraced, experienced, and expressed. Gather in more love and share it, emanate it all around you.
Pull in the love, all that loving kindness from each other, from this group, from your family, from your friends, from nature all around you, and then pausing with the palm over your heart, breath in. And then here we go, let's go around the head. Let's bring it into our upper dantian. Breathing in.
Clear vision, clear perspectives. We're purifying, we're cleansing all the old ways, the old patterns, the old debris. We're pruning off what's dead. And we're helping to ripen and seed and fertilize the new creations, the new experiences, the new plans we want to bring into being.
Pause in front of the head, right in front of your third eye. Breathe in all that light. And on your next inhale, on that exhale, pressing all that down right into and gather at your belly, palm over palm here one more time, feet together. Smile to the energy that you just moved and destroyed and created.
Great transformation. Great leading. Thank you, Nicole. Let's come to the camera just for a moment. We're going to do one more guided meditation we want to share with you. So if you want to sit for a moment, feel free.
Okay.
Or you do want to have something comfy in a moment or two. So we're going to want a blanket or a pillow, something where you can lay down. You can also do this guided meditation standing or sitting. So it's your choice. You choose. But I just wanted to first see if there's any questions or feedback on that Qigong flow. And if not, I want to describe what we want to share with you next. Any questions, simply unmute or put some chat, something in the chat.
I definitely feel warm.
Yeah, I feel that transformation. Yeah.
Mhm.
Even with my eyes moving, not only did I feel like my neck really wanted to get involved, so that was a little push pull energy, but my hands really warmed up fast, I
Yes.
noticed. And with Barbara Brennan, she's a former NASA astrophysicist who a couple decades ago wrote Hands of Light, talks a lot about how to grow your expanded sensory perception. She says that the two most powerful ways we can emanate healing light is through our eyes and our hands. So I wonder if that was part of what was happening as my eyes were warming up. So this next one's real special. This is a new practice that we just experienced recently from one of our favorite teachers. We've already mentioned Sandra Ingerman. It's all about creation and creating a new plan and also destroying. And so what we're going to do in a moment, you're going to think of a plan. So it's something you want to create, something, uh, and we're going to both destroy a plan, something that's not working out. So something you'd like to see dismembered in, dismantled, crumbled, destroyed.
Some plan that's currently in action.
Yeah, so something that you'd like to see eliminated from the collective, from maybe your future utopia, your idea of how you want to move forward. Something that you're going to hold your focus on as I repeat the words, and you don't have to remember these. I'm going to repeat these. You don't have to remember them, but the plan that you're releasing, you'll hear me say dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, and destroy. Okay, you don't have to understand it, but let those words go through your system, your nervous system, your ears, your heart, your everything as you focus on the plan you'd like to see erased or eliminated from the web of life. Okay, and then you're going to have a new plan. So, what's your intention? Maybe you've been working or harnessing a manifestation intention since the new year. Maybe there's a new project or new plan. And it doesn't have to be big. Like for this first experience,
I just thought of my kitchen.
Your kitchen. Okay.
Old kitchen, new kitchen.
Yeah. So preferably your plan excites you. It has heart. It amps up your passion. So don't do a plan you think you should do.
Mm-hmm.
We advise against shoulding on yourself. So find the plan that has heart. And I know for Nicole, upgrading our kitchen has a lot of heart and passion. Okay. So as you have your new plan, the plan that you want to take your own unique gifts so that you can weave into the web of life this new plan. So this is a way energetically to plant the seed and even energetically to move your plan through the whole life cycle energetically so that you can step into your dreams more easily, more efficiently of what you'd like to create.
Yeah, it could be something as simple as a remodel, or it can be something as big, a remodeling of a structure that's in place, like voting, or voting rights.
Gerrymandering, electoral college, or these kinds of things. Who knows? So, what's the plan you want to weave into the collective right now for you and for the planet? So, not something that just benefits you, but that's going to benefit others. And in the case, for instance, of a kitchen remodel, presumably we'll have people over who will enjoy the beautification and the meals that we create with love in the kitchen. So, I'll be repeating these words as you focus on the new plan. Remember, create, weave, sing, rebirth. Okay, we'll get all these words to you later if you want them, but just follow me as we do this. In a moment, we're going to get comfortable laying down. All you have to do is focus on those words and see the plan destroyed. When I say dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy. And then when I repeat, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, start to see your new plan come into being. And not just through thinking, but through feeling it. Get body felt experiences.
Yes. See it, taste it, smell the new plan, feel the new plan in your body.
As though it's actually here and now.
Yeah, like you're in it.
Okay, cool. So let's go make our way. Would you just model a very comfortable layout?
I'm happy to model laying down.
Yes, so Nicole's gonna.
Jake will appreciate it.
So everybody, again, as you're getting comfortable and as we're setting up our camera, I'd like you to give some attention to what is it that you would like to see released, and what is it that you would like to see yeah, so what are we destroying and what are we creating? So Nicole and Jake might participate with us here today too, but find some luxurious position of exquisite self-care. And remember that you just follow along. You don't have to actually hear and integrate all the words, but you're going to be either focusing on your plan of release or plan of creation when I say the pertinent words. Enjoy a few deep breaths here. Feel yourself let go of anything that just happened or didn't happen. And notice yourself being supported by the earth beneath you, the air fueling your lungs with energy and life force, your blood flowing and coursing with ease, love, and passion. So we're going to practice creation and destruction in motion, just like in nature. We're all forces of nature. We're nature beings working together to dismantle a plan that no longer is working in the web of life, in the collective, and to create a new plan and to weave it into being at the same time. So as I say the words, you focus on what you're dismembering and what you're creating. I'm going to say them pretty quick. Dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy, 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 remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, 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 dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy, 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 remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth. And now just pick a role you want to do. So those of you who want to continue dismembering what's not working in the collective, keep on doing it. And those of you who are building a new plan, keep using those words to create. Dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, dismember, discreate, uncreate, dissolve, destroy, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, remember, create, weave, nurture, sing, rebirth, sing rebirth of your plan, sing rebirth of your plan, sing rebirth of your plan. What is not working has been transformed. This new energy you're creating is already existing and starting to build and grow. Feel the creative energy surrounding you by nature. Feel your natural power transforming within. That was big. That was powerful. Appreciate yourself for participating in the power and the growth and healing of transformation. Beginning to feel yourself come back fully into your body, fully into the room as you move your fingers and toes, your ankles, your feet, your neck, your jaw. Find an easy way in your position to lift your knees, the chest, thighs, the belly, if that works for your position. Give yourself a little hug in front or behind your knees as you rock left and right. Then we're going to reach one arm up back behind us and roll over onto our side as we take a breather. Consider that new plan. Use your top palm in front of your chest. Inhale here, and exhale, press up gently to a comfortable, easy seated position.
Mhm.
Hi, guys. All right. So that was a big one. That's a new practice for us, is incredibly potent for what we've seen in terms of realizing and manifesting our intentions and plans. And I highly recommend, at first it can be a bit disjarring, but for some of us, piece of cake. But if it was a little unsettling, I think that really kind of helps move in alignment with this transitional energy.
Getting comfortable in transitions, creating and destroying all at the same time. We're doing it anyway. So why not get conscious of it and build a future, a utopian future perhaps, that we're all can live into collectively.
Yeah, life of our dreams is available when we consciously stress ourselves, when we consciously choose. And what we've been doing these three sessions have been consciously moving, breathing, changing our focus, expanding love. And all these resources are available. Some of these, take a moment to acknowledge you already knew these. These were in your back pocket. Appreciate yourself for being confirmed. Affirm like, yes, I knew this. I know we're close still. Yeah. Yes.
Oh no, you meaning like there were some things here that I already knew.
Yeah, some things I already knew.
Okay, yeah.
I knew that. Awesome. Go me.
I knew that.
And take a moment also.
I already do that.
And then take a moment to appreciate, oh, well, there was something that I learned new, or something that was a little interesting, and appreciate yourself for being willing to grow.
To open to new perspectives.
New possibilities.
Yeah, what was one thing that I learned new or experienced new in my body?
And as we're, before we do an official closing, we'd love to hear if there's any questions or comments or feedback about anything we've been up to these last three sessions.
Yeah, and I was also thinking that we might stay on for an extra 5-10 minutes if anybody had any remaining comments after we close.
Yeah.
Want to do that?
Well, that'll be fine too.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll leave it open now if anything
we'll
comes
leave it open
up.
now, and we'll also leave open extra space at the very end if you want to connect with Heath and I afterwards.
Yeah.
I do. Hi. There has been, I have been feeling a lot of irritation and frustration, this weekend, and what you have. Thank you. I'm grateful.
Yes.
Did that come through? Okay.
And it's not just you. And it's not that anger, frustration, irritation are bad, but we just want to be mindful that when they get extreme, too much or too little, when we suppress or exaggerate, it's not healthy. But yeah, I'm so happy that it sounds like this helps soften some of those sharp edges for you.
Yes, I used some generosity, some kindness, and forgiveness already today.
Oh, great. And did you notice how that changed how you felt? Did you notice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can see more clearly. I mean, the world looks better.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Oh, Barbara, how wonderful. I'm so happy
Yes.
you're already integrating and applying. Thanks for sharing that.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything they wanted to share or ask or add to that?
Barbara?
Yeah, Barbara, go ahead. You don't ever have to raise your hand. You're always welcome to pop in. Just unmute so we can hear you.
Oh, there we go. I've really benefited a lot from all the sessions, all the movement, all the chi, I think you guys are great teachers. I've wanted to be in your presence more. I kind of been following you, and I'm just so open to all that you've shared. I loved that being battered with all those wonderful
Yes.
That's crazy and cool at the same time. I know.
It was great. And you know, I mean, you seemed very skilled at it, but even though maybe, I have a new project where I live here. I'm going to put up a poetry board on a fence around this cottage I work in. And, you know, what I was letting go of was some judgments of my kids. So it was like something really, you know, it's like free up that energy and put it into this wonderful building community, you know, building community. And, you know, through that, I just have not a lot of hope and positive, but just more creative ideas came forward.
Oh, cool. Perfect.
Awesome.
Yes.
The bike trail right near where we are. And I've wanted to do these walks where you pair up with people and you listen to one another. I don't know. It's kind of so you know, these ideas came forward in this exercise. Thank you.
Yes, Barbara,
Thank
are you
you.
open to a suggestion?
Of course.
Those ideas that popped up, I recommend you jot them down soon because they might kind of go fizzle away. So yeah, and I recommend for everybody, if you had any insights or ahas, to please be sure that you jot them down. Right now we're in an expanded state of awareness, expanded sensory perception. And so
ESP.
sometimes when we're really stretched wide, we have this creative flux of energy, and then we go to sleep or we get distracted or go unconscious, go back into our habits. That info could be less accessible. So please write it down so you don't have to make your mind remember. You can check in with it later. And Barbara, was there something else you'd like to share?
Well, I love the eye work. I wear glasses, and in all my training, I haven't, I've been always curious about how the relationship between eye movement and neck, and maybe in one of your classes, you know, you might address that more, or
Oh, I love that toss. Yes, thank you.
things that we can do with our clients, you know, to work on the connection between all the eyes and the neck. And
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to discuss that topic, and I will request that shoot me an email or a text to remind me, because I don't have a place to write it down, and I'd love to pursue that. And
Yeah,
and
that could be one of our
everybody,
meta monthlies.
yeah,
I
everybody
love that.
who is interested in, you know, exploring more. Nicole and I are lifelong learners. One of our favorite things in the world is hanging out together, traveling and learning. And so we can do that with any kind of healing topics. We love it. So thanks for the toss, Barbara. Anything else about that? Or
do you envision your Thailand trips happening in the future?
oh,
We're
100%.
hoping for this November.
We're going to try for this November, and we'll be announcing that. But that's a little soon, people.
I want to know. I don't. It's not too soon for me. Except I was going to go to Arizona and go bike riding. But I've been saving, and I will join you.
Okay,
On one of these
we'll be going almost yearly, albeit a pandemic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Sans pandemic. Cool. Thanks, Barbara.
Yes, we're planning on it. So yeah, mark your calendars, share the word with anybody else that you might know that would want to go to Thailand.
Yeah, we do self-care retreats. We also do continuing education retreats for massage therapists. But our France retreat we were going to have last June that got postponed till next year will be all about self-care and yoga and enjoying the south of France.
Mhm.
That sounds good too.
Yeah, we got Bali and Hawaii also on the docket for
Bali for offerings and learning ceremony and creating rituals, beautiful
Balinesian
magic,
massage.
and food.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
Oh, water rituals. Oh, so exciting.
We'll be
Yes,
back to
can't wait
Bali,
go.
and we're going to be bringing friends next time. Any other questions, comments, feedback anybody would like to share? And I did notice something came in through the chat. Oh, Robin shared, thank you. Lovely to be part of this experience.
Yes, thank you, Robin.
Thank you all who are here, both live and remotely. And we just want to take it. It's really important that we are intentional, right?
Yeah,
we opened
intentionally
the
finish.
circle, and now we're going to do an honorable closure and just take a couple moments to integrate, reestablish our relationship with all in the circle, and purposefully, intentionally step away. So Nicole, would you mind leading us?
Yeah, so let's take some grounding breaths coming back to our center. And if you'd like to, you can bring your hands to your heart. Maybe even begin to feel your own heartbeat. Smile to yourself, smile to your heart, and let that smile from your heart smile back at you. Feel your heart smile back at you. Appreciating yourself for your presence, your focus, what your body can do, how you can move, how open you are to new ideas, new perspectives. Filling yourself with new energy, vitality, and moving your chi. Lifting our hands to the circle, emanating light, emanating your particular signature of energy to each other and to the space and world around you. As we gather in that field we started in, and sharing our connection as seeing each other in this circle, maybe even imagining that you can see one another in this circle, looking into each other's eyes, smiling to one another, feeling and experiencing each other's chi, energy, life force, love. Thanking one another for sharing each other's presence as we are all a part of the web of life.
Man did not create the web of life. He's merely a strand in it. What he does to the web, he does to himself. Feel that connection and power, the resourcefulness, both seen and unseen, both in this moment here and now, and in all times and places. Be open to experiencing the support, the unyielding, undying conspiracy of support that the universe and Mother Nature offer us. And thanking everyone in this circle for bringing their unique light and love. And we thank you for your presence. And now we come back to our own home. We bring our hands back to our own heart, our supreme center of feeling. Our supreme center of loving kindness, knowing that loving kindness, yes, it's a dream, and it's just as much a future possibility as any other possibilities. Dream the world you want into existence, choice after choice after choice.
Big collective breath. All right. I'll blow my candle out next.
And the love and the light in our hearts honors the love and the light in your hearts. Thank you for sharing love in your community, in your family, paying it forward, and all of us together, weaving together day by day. Simple step, inch by inch is a cinch, my Nana would say. Take time to create the world of your dreams.
Thank you, everyone.
Have a wonderful spring.
Happy spring.
We hope we connect with you
us.
soon. And if you're interested in detoxing, next month, we're going to do some friendly detox challenges.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you're a Meta monthly member, if you're a Meta community member, you automatically are enrolled. If you haven't gotten on the bandwagon, you'd like to be part of our Living Meta family, do so. That's all included. Or if you just want to pop in once in a while, things that are interesting to you, we'd love to see you from time to time. Thanks everybody for being here.
So wonderful to see your faces. We're going to go into gallery mode. We just want to say goodbye one more time.
Oh, and hey, Steve, Jolene. Oh, good to see you all.
Guys.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye, Kitty.
Bye. Bye.
Barbara.
Both Barbaras.
Bye. Thank you.
Yes,
Love you, bye. Bye, Sarah.
See ya. Bye, Kitty. Mwah. Toodaloo till we meet again.